Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, a fish pond, an outdoor one.
That's right. We've got a blog post here, someone's 5-month update on keeping Gourami, Guppy, and Swordtails together.
Yeah, and there's a photo too. So our mission really is to see how these guys are coexisting and what insights this gives anyone thinking about trying something similar.
It's interesting straight away, isn't it? Taking fish often kept indoors and seeing how they manage outside in a more, let's say, naturalistic setting.
Exactly. How does that bigger environment change things? Now, this update follows an earlier post, number 79 apparently, which was about the initial setup.
Right. We don't have the setup details today, but that's the starting point for this check-in.
Okay, so let's unpack it. The blogger, Ang, says after 5 months, the fish population is, and I quote, largely intact.
Which is pretty positive. Putting different species together, there's always a risk,
Yeah.
Aggression, different needs.
Totally.
So the fact these three seem to be rubbing along okay with just, what was it, a few swordtail losses mentioned?
Yeah, only a few swordtails lost. It suggests, well, a decent level of stability, at least for now.
It points towards some compatibility, definitely.
Yeah.
In this specific pond, mind you.
Right. Now, here's where it gets really fascinating for me. Guppies are breeding
Ah, yes.
successfully, and apparently Ang isn't even sure which generation they're on now.
That's quite something.
It implies the guppies feel safe enough, secure enough to reproduce. And, crucially, the Gourami and Swordtails aren't just wiping out all the babies.
Mm-hmm. That's a key observation.
Yeah.
Guppy fry are usually easy targets.
So what do you think is going on there? What allows that success?
Well, several possibilities. The pond probably has hiding spots, dense plants, maybe rocks or wood, places for the fry to escape.
Makes sense, like natural cover.
Exactly. And it's also possible that Gourami and Swordtails just aren't focused on hunting tiny fry. Maybe there's other food. Or perhaps they're just not that good at catching them in that environment.
And Ang included a photo, too, showing feeding time. Looks quite busy, lots of fish, seemingly healthy.
Yeah, that visual definitely reinforces the idea that things are generally going well, a thriving community feel.
So things are going so well, in fact, that Ang is planning to add more guppies, specifically full red ones.
Ah, okay.
What's the thinking behind that specific choice?
That sounds like an aesthetic consideration,
Yeah.
which is, a big part of pond keeping for many people.
Right.
Ang mentions wanting that pop of red color. To contrast with the green plants in the pond, things like common salvinia and duckweed, especially when looking down from above.
Ah, okay. So it's about the visual appeal, making the pond look more vibrant.
Precisely. It shows that active design choice even within this sort of semi-wild setup.
So wrapping up the core findings here,
Mhm.
the main takeaway seems to be that, yes, Gourami, Guppy, and Swordtail can potentially live together well in an outdoor pond setting.
Based on this 5-month snapshot, certainly, it shows decent long-term survival, coexistence, and even natural breeding happening.
It's a useful real-world data point, isn't it?
It is. It shows how species can find a balance. But, it's just one example.
Yeah.
Success long-term depends on so many things.
Like what?
Water quality, definitely.
Yeah.
Seasonal temperature shifts, how the plants and algae develop over time, predation from outside the pond, maybe.
Yeah.
Lots of variables.
Good point. It's not a guarantee it would work everywhere or forever.
Exactly. Conditions matter.
Okay, so for you listening, this dive into Ang's pond gives a really interesting peek into how these different fish can get along outdoors. It suggests that with perhaps the right conditions and maybe a bit of luck, you can create quite a harmonious little ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. So a positive case study.
But it does leave you wondering what other dynamics, maybe unexpected ones, might show up if we checked back in a year or two.
Yeah, ecosystems evolve.
And are there maybe less obvious things contributing to this success? Factors beyond just these fish generally get along?
That's the big question, isn't it? What are all the subtle interactions at play?
Definitely some food for thought there. Something to mull over until our next deep dive.